Okay. So before we talk about the head, I want to talk a little bit about contour and form. So contour is the two-dimensional shape of an object, the outline, and form is the three-dimensional shape inside of an object. So you can think about this as the difference between a circle and a sphere. And the difference between the outline of a cube and an actual cube. And you can also think of this as the difference between the shape of somebody's head and the 3D forms that comprise someone's head. So now that we've talked about this, we can move on to talking about the shapes of the head, the forms that comprise the head. So it's important to remember that underneath all of our heads is a skull. We all have one. But we get so distracted by all of the features on the head, drawing the nose, and the eyes, and the lighting, and trying to capture someone's personality, that we forget about this simple truth that we each have a skull underneath. I'm just going to draw a skull real quickly here. It's a very basic skull. Okay. So it's very important to remember that we have something solid made of bone underneath our head that gives structure to our head. It's not just a kind of potato shaped object, right? It's solid, it has structure, it has a geometric form underneath. So once you remember this and keep this in mind always, then you can start thinking about those shapes when you draw the head. So let's talk about what shapes comprise the skull. So the skull can be broken down into a spherical form representing the cranium, and a box-like form representing the face and the jaw. And the neck can be represented by a simple cylinder. So once you memorize this, you'll start to think about the head in a different way, and you'll be able to draw the head in all kinds of situations, all different angles from your imagination. You can add the features on. And you'll see the difference between the contour, the two-dimensional outline, and the three-dimensional forms inside the head. Cranium, jaw, cylinder for the neck, the box-like forms, and the round forms inside the head. So let me do a demonstration showing you these concepts. Just going to draw a quick head here. First, I'll start by drawing the skull. And notice as I'm drawing that I'm using big sweeping lines like this. This is something important to remember when you're drawing. Big sweeping lines. One line is better than two lines. Big gestural motions are better than this type of scratchy line. You want to try to avoid this type of line when you draw. It looks kind of fuzzy and unsure. So just drawing in the skull. And then I'll draw the features in underneath. This is what's known as an efforche. Drawing in the bones followed by the muscles and features. Okay, so now that I have a simple skull, I'll start drawing in the features. Starting with the eyes. Are we out of?
No, we're good.
Starting with the eyes there. Thinking about the structure underneath. Other eye over there. Nose. Like so. Going into the mouth, emphasizing the cheekbone, emphasizing the muscles of the jaw. with the chin. Alright. Adding a little bit of detail on the forehead. Okay. And then we could add in ear. If you'd like. Notice the ear is behind the jaw. Some people make that mistake when they're first starting out. Put it in front of the jaw. Anatomically impossible for that to happen.